The usual route from Kharkiv to Balaklia would take 50 minutes. But the Russians blew up the bridge while retreating, and now it takes 2.5 hours to reach. We are entering a city of Balaklia, which is one of the biggest settlements in the deoccupied areas of Kharkiv Region, as a result of counteroffensive by Ukrainian forces. This is a city southeast of Kharkiv, and it has been under the Russian occupation for 6 months, and just a couple of days ago it was liberated and claimed back by Ukrainians. The war affected everyone in Ukraine, especially the children. Instead of playing football, kids are carrying wooden guns. What was once a peaceful and quiet city is now just a shadow of a better past. The fields are neglected and sown with mines. The buildings are heavily damaged. Ukrainian tanks force their way down the narrow roads where children once played and neighbors stopped for a chat. Just like in other occupied cities, Balaklia's infrastructure was significantly damaged.
These signs on the doors say "Empty, enough, do not break in." It used to be a house appliance store, and there are quite a few places in the city that were broken into and looted by Russians.
The lack of food and other supplies, Russians replenished by looting local stores. As a result, it was almost impossible for Balaklians to get the necessities. The town was on the edge of a humanitarian disaster. That's why the humanitarian aid convoys were awaited as much as the Ukrainian army. For the last 6 months, Alexander has been delivering humanitarian aid. What started as his own initiative ended up in a collaboration with one of the biggest foundations.
Мы вчера в Граково были и в Чкаловском были. Вчера тоже привозили люди тоже сидят без света, без воды, тоже только деоккупировано. У них страх, они не понимают, что происходит и как происходит, но рады нас видеть.
The volunteers are coming from all over the world to help. Leah is from Hamburg, Germany. She has been volunteering since the very first days of the war.
We're providing food to the villages close to the front line, but also medicine.
What was the drive for you to make this decision to come to Ukraine?
I don't know. I was sitting at home watching the news. I was thinking about that's so fucking close. It's like nearly our neighbors, and I couldn't sit at home.
The very first moment after the city was liberated, Ukrainian soldiers raised the blue and yellow flag, bringing national colors back to their rightful place. This became a symbol of liberation. However, some people still cannot believe that the occupation is over.
Радується душа. Проснусь ночью, ждеш зрива, щоб заснути, коли стріляє, а воно не стріляє. І заснути не можеш, ждеш і ждеш. Важко як так. Ну якось облегчення в душі, нема нічого. Слава Богу, все вони пішли. Нас оставили.
Inside the city hall are mess and chaos, scattered documents mixed with personal belongings of Russian soldiers. It is now obvious, Russia's intention was not just to conquer, but to stay, using the same propaganda methods they used back home to brainwash and control the local population. People who worked previously for the Ukrainian administration were forced to work for the terrorist state. These documents were left behind, revealing the plans of the occupants. One of the activities planned is to collect and destroy Ukrainian books. The Russians did not only use propaganda to exercise control, but also raw force by torturing and intimidating civilians.
Мы шли домой, в гостях были. У нас дом возле моста, а там был пост. Это было часа 4-5 вечера. Комендантский час начинался с 8. И шли, нас остановили, документы проверили. Что-то им не понравилось. Мешки на голову, в машину и в типографию. Повезли, а там клетки ну, как в суде, вот эти аквариумы. И там 6 человек сидит, спать, сидя, стоя, как хочешь. Воды дали только на 2-е сутки. На 3-е сутки 2 ложки гречки дали. Не ложки, а вилки даже. Вот так вот. И вот так вот раз в день.
Издевались как-то психологически?
Морально давили.
Что, как именно?
Угрожали отрезать пальцы тебе порежем, уши, место.
The bravery of Ukrainian soldiers, along with the help of international partners, have made the liberation of Balaklia possible. It became a symbol of hope for millions of Ukrainians who are still under occupation and waiting for the Ukrainian army to make Ukraine fully and without any sort of compromise united.
Весь мир нас підтримує так, що слів просто немає. Спасибі всім. Всі розуміють ситуацію, допомагають усі. Так що все буде Україна, все буде добре.
Женя Melnik, United24 Media.